The damn Brady and Lewey show, featuring Ryan,
not Louis.
New Orleans to New York.
I hope you didn't press play because this is really bad.
Friday morning, New York City, in the apartment. Braid's just opened his umbrella inside. Bad luck.
Probably
I'm going to walk under some ladders and smash this mirror.
Smash some cats.
If he doesn't fall in the lake on the walk across the park, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, he's definitely going to fall.
I heard falling in the lake was good luck.
Yeah, well, you need something now to
Cancel
out something.
luck.
We're about to go to the museum. All right, see you, Raz.
Bye.
Also, Ryan cooked awesome eggs, bacon, and cheddar bagels.
Yep. He did an awesome job.
Dan didn't eat.
I didn't eat them.
Bye.
See ya. So here we are on the stairwell. Good acoustics.
Tops.
Awesome. Yeah, we're going to really enjoy this. We're going outside. It's 4 degrees. It's supposed to feel like -1.
Oh.
Which I'm going to say, once you get to probably in that range, everything feels like...
I was almost going to wear a t-shirt.
Everything feels like... That's because the apartment's so hot. The apartment is really warm. But here we are stepping out into New York City.
Could have worn a t-shirt.
Definitely couldn't have worn a t-shirt. It's pretty fresh. Oh, I think it's raining. Get that umbrella out. I'm kidding. All right, so we're going to the Natural History Museum.
Switches hats on some bloke's car route.
We're going to learn something. So we're just walking to a bar to meet Schmego and her workmates, Braids and I. Ryan's unfortunately still sick at the apartment.
It's quite balmy evening.
Pretty warm considering it was 4 degrees today.
I've overclothed.
Overdressed. Went to the museum, saw a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Dinosaurs.
They were the highlight.
No time to get into it.
No, there was a lot of stuff there.
What I will do instead is some tips. Here's a tip.
Only go to the see dinosaurs.
Museums are very hard to get done on one day. I reckon you need multiple days.
Yeah.
I think you probably need planning where you plan out what's going to be.
They've got too much stuff.
You plan out what's going to be your day. Hang on, mate. I think we go back here.
Oh. We're looking for Schmego. Yeah, uni friend.
You plan out
Work
one
friends.
day, and then what you want to do, and then you get it done in a couple of hours, because otherwise too much. And also, a lot of couples, young couples, on a date, I would say.
You reckon?
Yeah, definitely, heaps. And then a lot of kids, which,
Oh, yeah, I only
man,
noticed the
I'm not a
screaming
fan of that. Anyway, we're going to have to get on the search train because we're a bit lost at the moment. So it's the following afternoon after Schmego's work party. We've spent most of the day just watching Netflix and chilling. Yeah. PG. I just realised what I might have implied there. We honestly didn't do anything, and Megan slept for about, I think, maybe 26 hours. Seems unlikely, but it's true. And poor Braids is feeling a bit under the weather as well.
I got bear flu.
He's got bear flu, which is, I would say, barely a flu. Oh, zing. Poor Ryan's not feeling well either.
He's getting better.
He's getting a bit better, but you made him walk out here in the cold.
I never made him do anything he didn't want to.
And we're just, because we haven't done anything all afternoon, thought we'd go for a bit of a walk around Central Park. Saturday afternoon. We're just about to ruin someone's photo. You can't have everything. We had a good night last night.
Yeah.
Met some guys. Talked about some funny stuff.
Yeah.
Phil. Oh no, what was his name? Jim.
Jim.
Jim was a guy. He I mean, we're not using real names, so don't worry. But he was telling me about where he goes. I said, Brady and I went to the museum. We saw a lot of people dating, and I mentioned that. And he said, yeah, it's a real hotspot for dates when you're like a teenager and stuff. I said, oh, what do you do after that? And he said, oh, just take them to the park. So that's genius. That's free. And he goes, yeah, it's free and it's beautiful. And it's pretty good. And I said, where else do you do in your dates. He said he takes them to places that scares the girl a bit, so that they get a bit adrenaline and
Turned on a little.
turned on a little. I was like, oh yeah, cool. So like a scary movie. He's like, no, like an abandoned mental asylum. And I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. He's like, oh, is it? I'm like, yeah, it's super weird. He's like, I don't do it on the first date. I do it on maybe the 5th or 6th. I'm like, oh, I still reckon it's a bit tough call. Like, I've been with Roz for 5 years. I don't reckon I'd take it away. I wouldn't go myself. But yeah, no, we had a good time.
Yep.
Anything you want to add, Schmigo?
No. No.
Oh. So there you
Where are
go.
you going?
All right.
I don't think it's supposed to.
Get out of the way. All right, so we're just crossing the road. A lot of people on bikes. Schmeger's going to get killed. She's in-house heckling again. So, been a little while between updates for us on the podcast. Although, I mean, it's instant for you guys within a second. But it has been a couple of days, I think. We went to Avenue Q, the musical, went and saw Times Square. Pretty good. Got home, lots of people. Got home after 10. As usual in New York City, everything's closed. 10 o'clock, everything's closed. But yeah, so we did that, and then what did we do after that, mate? We went to the museum for a bit. The Met, checked it out. That's what Brady and I have done today. Ryan and Megan back to their busy work schedules, left us to play. And we've just come over to Brooklyn now this afternoon. It's what day is it? Tuesday? Monday afternoon. Monday afternoon, going over to Brooklyn. We're at the East River State Park.
No swimming?
No swimming. Not that you'd want to.
Yeah.
Can't swim for dead bodies in this fucking river. And we got a nice view of the skyline from the Manhattan skyline. It's pretty good. I got to say,
Looking at a land Titanic.
there's a land Titanic. Yep. Just 4 big chimneys. Braids is busted for a toilet.
So much water too.
Poor guy's got the bladder of the size of a pea.
No, I just drink a lot of water.
He drinks a lot of water, which you can imagine is not that hard to fill up a pea with water. But I mean, that's it. We're going to go to a basketball game tonight. Anything you want to add, Piss Boy?
Bulls versus Nets.
Bulls versus Nets. Barclays Centre. I'm going to try to survive.
We're going to the Brooklyn Brewery.
Brooklyn Brewery. Their motto is no toilets for anyone. That's it. I mean,
Get eating's cheating, pissing's cheating.
Pistons cheating. Anyway, so there you go. We're going to go to the basketball. Hopefully survive the night. Go home. Murder free since '93.
I was born no cheat.
So Braids just requested a podcast recording as we run home.
I've made a mistake. We went to McDonald's. I don't know how it was open. Went to the pub the other night. McDiabetes was closed. It's open now. I've bought a large Sprite. I've made a mistake.
Brady's reached an uncomfortable level of drunkenness
Has
where
bought
he's
too many Sprites.
very aggressive towards me. He told me he was going to fuck me up. He tried to fight me, and he wanted to run home. And then he said, you should record a podcast because it's snow raining.
It is snow raining, and I only made jokes with McFuck in the name of it. So whatever the second thing you said didn't exist because whatever it was.
Yeah, no, it does exist because it was exactly
I
what
don't
you
know
said.
why I ordered a Sprite. Should have ordered a hot coffee.
I don't know why
Another thing, if you ever go to Dunkin' Donuts, they ask whether you want an iced coffee or a hot coffee.
I don't know why you ordered it.
It's fucking 8 degrees Celsius. No one wants an iced coffee.
He's screaming in city of New York. We're going to get kicked out. Also, he ordered a large drink, not in a meal, no fries, just a drink. It's about 2 litres.
It's ludicrous, absolutely
2 litres of soft drink and a bloody burger. And he thinks that he's in the right.
No, I'm fucked up. But we're gonna try and get some buffalo pizza. We've got
We've got 5 minutes to get to the pizza shop before it closes.
I don't know how many avenues we still have to run.
Well, we're there.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, what are you worried about?
Well, it's the next block.
We're on Madison Avenue.
Adam Sandler might be there.
These photos and signatures on the wall.
Or Usher, or Arnold Schwarzenegger.
If anyone's following Google Maps, we're on Madison Avenue
Look,
and
there it is.
96th Street. Oh, we found it.
We found it.
What if they shut beforehand?
Well, we'll piss
Neon
on the door.
sign still on.
Sign's still on.
You're not going to be able to piss on the door. I will. I've had a ludicrous amount of Sprite.
So we found out the secret to get Brady to talk on the podcast.
A ludicrous amount of Sprite.
A ludicrous amount of Sprite. And 10 minutes prior.
There's a real thrill.
Oh, they just turned the lights off as we're standing across the street.
No, that's yeah.
They just turned the lights off. We're waiting to cross the street. It's 3 minutes to.
4 minutes to
4
11.
minutes to 11.
There's a let's run.
Run.
There's a ludicrous amount of. Oh, we swing subway. Ludicrous amount.
Oh, I could go a sub. No, pizza. All right, hang on. It might be open. Stay tuned.
Dan has secured some pizzas. What you got? You got a mozzarella. You got a.
I got the dregs.
Dregs.
of whatever was left.
There was eight pieces left.
Yeah.
There was 6 staff members working. You only took 2. Good form. They're all getting 1 piece each.
That's what I'm about. Giving it back to the community.
Give them back to the community.
So I got 2 slices of pizza for only $25.
20. I didn't get any. I'm full.
He's full of Sprite
It's full of Sprite.
and a bacon McDouble
And bacon McDouble.
and the chips he stole from me.
That too. I did refrain myself. I didn't get any Dunkin' Donuts.
He was searching his pockets for $2.
I didn't have any.
And yet,
I'm glad I didn't. I did have I don't know what it was. It was a yellow and brown topped one with a custard filling. Quite nice. Big coffee. Shithouse coffee.
it's alright, mate. I'll open this door by myself with one hand.
You're a hero, mate.
Thanks, mate. I knew I was.
Give me the keys. I'll get the next one.
Oh, thanks. What a gentleman.
I ordered some things off Amazon today.
Not today.
Well,
Friday.
today. No, I ordered them Saturday. 2-day delivery. Doesn't even matter if it's a weekend.
Alright, well, there you go.
We've got the right
That's it. We're going to turn it off now because it's making no sense. Alright, so we're back in the apartment. This is a few adventures after the last recording, I would say. We've been pretty slack on the recordings. But just to pick you up, where did we do our last recording? I think Braids and I were getting home from the basketball, which was good. But, I mean, what did we do yesterday?
Nothing.
No, we did stuff.
World Trade 1.
We went to World Trade 1, so then we went up to the observation deck.
I think we did a recording after we got off it.
Did we?
I think so.
Just far through now. Go for it.
Anyway, look, if we didn't do it, we went up there. It's pretty high. You can see a lot of things. That was pretty good.
Especially the death pools.
Yeah, you can see the 9/11 memorial. It's $40 each to get up there, which I'm going to say. I can't edit things.
Start again.
I'm not starting again either. I'm hungry. We're going.
Yeah, me too. Hurry up. Let's go.
Okay. All right. There we go. Here's the in-house heckler back again. So we did that. Braids and I went for a walk this morning. We walked to MoMA, the Museum of Modern Art. We got to see some nice art, some Van Goghs, a Monet that was fucking enormous. It was 3 massive panels. Did you look up how big the panels were?
No.
All right. What are you going to say?
Monet's water lilies.
water lily one that was huge. Here, Brady's smiling
I
at
think
me.
they're about 6'6".
They were bigger than this apartment.
Yeah, they wouldn't have fit in here. If we had a stolen, there's nowhere we
I
could
think
put
they were
them.
1240 mil wide, and there was 3 of them.
Okay. Cool.
There you go. Pretty big. 3 big
Probably
panels.
longer.
And then we saw, what did we see? Picasso's. All sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. Good stuff. Oh, Andy Warhol, so some of his stuff.
Yeah.
There's some big guys there as well.
Yeah, there was,
Or Degas, if you uninitiated.
yeah.
There's also some white canvases there that need artwork put on them still.
There's some things that are Megan and Brady are highly critical of. Would you?
Multiple occasions I could have done
They're
better.
missing the artwork, right?
They're missing the yeah. Somebody made a giant aluminium.
Aluminum. We're in America.
Aluminum. Yeah, where you spell it wrong.
Spell it the same.
No, they're
It's not.
missing the
Isn't
I.
it?
They're missing the I
Oh.
after the end.
They're missing
Yeah.
the
Oh, well, there you go. Prove wrong.
I don't know what it was. It was like some semi 3D black
Well, at least
painted
that's more-
aluminum B. I just thought this is
That's
shit.
more
house.
impressive than a white canvas. Like some of them are.
We also went to the comedy show last night.
Oh, that's what we did. The comedy show, that was good. We saw some new acts, I've got to say. Unpolished, perhaps.
Yeah, there's a few that hadn't, they were working on their
Stuff.
material.
But it was some of the stuff was pretty good. Pretty good
I
stuff.
smiled and applauded anyway.
Yeah, me too.
Everybody, we really did a lot of encouraging.
It was pretty.
Until we got out of there, and then we're like, whoa. Oh, that guy, he was shit.
Yeah.
But what else? I mean, you forgot your beanie, Schmigo.
Yeah, I did.
Had to go back
Had to
in a
go.
huff.
Yeah. But I got it back.
Played it cool.
Oh, didn't you get a free beanie from me today?
Oh.
I
Brady,
didn't know it was part of the exhibition. Do you want to steal it?
Oh!
Brady saw a beanie unattended and was going to steal it for Megan. But
But there was a lot of stuff I didn't understand in that museum, and I thought maybe that's art. So
Brady.
we were going, and we started obviously at the same place, and then he went and closed out the floor we were on and the floor below before I'd finished the floor we were on. And came back, and I'm like, oh, so have you seen this stuff? He's like, yeah, I've already done this one and the floor below. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Killed it.
good God.
smashed it.
Yeah,
Do
you-
you want to take the listeners through your freak shake?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That
Oh,
was,
I ordered. Let me
Where
tell
from?
you, a crazy shake from Black Tap Midtown. It's one of 3 or 4 in Manhattan, and I got a cake shake. It had a cake batter flavored thick shake in the cup, and then around the rim of the cup was cake batter with sprinkles, and then there was I think they called it a confetti cake layered on top with some fake cream and an artificial cherry. It was quite tasty and very wholesome.
very healthy as well.
Very healthy.
Can I just say-
It was one of... You'll get your turn, mate.
Alright.
It was one of about, I would say,
People could
8
follow.
cakes.
What?
I got this this only limited number of these shakes available, this particular flavour, in the day. I assume because they make one cake and so
Yeah.
how many slices. There's a lot of other cakes. There was some, they're like
Shakes, not cakes.
shakes and cakes. I'm just so confused. There's many others.
So shit at describing things.
Yeah, there was a black cherry sour that didn't sound good. There was a lot of cookie and cream ones that looked alright, but I don't like cream, so I didn't get them. And yeah, everything else just looked a tad boring. So I went with the cake one.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
He went with the cake one because he saw that it said limited, and the reason it's limited is because they make one cake because nobody buys it. If that was
I paid an extra $2. I assumed it was going to be awesome.
If
and
people-
it was.
Anyway, the problem was everywhere we go, everyone keeps thinking because Brady and I just go into places, and we're trendy young gentlemen, and people think that we're gay together, which is not that there's anything wrong with that, but when he orders a rainbow.
I take it as a
Especially when you
compliment.
have these little fights.
He
that you
fucking
can have.
ordered. Yeah, he's been doing my head in today. He orders a rainbow confetti cake. She puts it down on the table and says, "I'll just leave this here for both of you." I thought
It's
assumptions have been made.
the colour of the flag, mate.
Anyway,
Can we go eat now?
we're going to Earl's Beer and
These
Cheese.
sort of mishaps and miscommunications won't happen.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they got
really hungry.
seafood.
Let's
So
go.
Dan
Right,
can go
see
hang
you.
out with his crabby friends.
Oh, that's Dan's stuff.
Thank you. All right.
I'll bring my phone just in case my mum just
All right. So I think that's where we'll leave it. All right. Home again from another successful day. We didn't catch up on after we went through Earl's Beer and Cheese. We went there, hanging for a classic Reuben, a Cuban Reuben sandwich that I couldn't have. They said that they couldn't give it to me because of the nut allergy thing, so I had some mac and cheese and some spicy tomato soup, which was pretty good.
Quite tasty, very rich.
Brady did have the Cuban Reuben.
I did have a Cuban. It was good, but it was very rich.
What did you have? Rose?
Also,
I had a New York cheddar with kimchi.
kimchi.
And you had the taco, didn't you, Schmigo?
Yes.
Affirmative. And then, what were you going to say after that?
Everything's just meat and cheese. If you get a sandwich, it's meat.
Which
and
is
cheese.
delicious.
Yeah, for the first few times.
Well,
He likes his salads.
I like salads.
Brady likes to do.
You could have got a salad at Katz's today.
You could have ordered it, that's true. Every place we've been does have salad on the menu, you just haven't ordered it.
But we purposely spent 5 hours today to go out for lunch.
5 hours?
Yeah, we were out for a long
It was a
time.
long time.
What?
We went for this place to have this specific
What the fuck
meal,
are you
so
doing?
I didn't want to get a salad. What were we doing? Getting your 5-pound Hershey
No
bar.
one asked you to get that.
No, I wanted to.
Okay, that's sweet, Brady. Thank you.
It's not sweet if he complains about it afterwards.
I'm still finding it pretty good.
Want a high five?
So, what?
That's the wrong high-fiving side.
Terrible high five for the listeners. So we went to a place called Katz's
Deli.
Delicatessen, which was...
It's in this movie. Let me see if you can get it. I don't know how it goes. I just know that.
And then they say, I'll have what she's having.
Yeah, that's it.
It's from When Harry Met Sally, and they're in the diner.
Mhm.
And then Brady watched the scene after we got home and couldn't recognise the diner at all.
Good.
I thought you said you couldn't. I said, do you recognise it?
I
You
was
said
being
no.
sarcastic.
Oh. Well, you
Because
sarcastic.
we're talking about the thing, and it's if you go into the diner, it's got exactly which table they were sitting at. So I thought I'd Google it, and it is that diner.
And we had Reuben sandwiches with pastrami. A Reuben sandwich is rye bread with either corned beef or pastrami. We had sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and Thousand Island dressing.
Also, it's one whole cow per sandwich, I think.
Russian
So
dressing,
much
anyway.
meat.
Russian. I've made them before in Australia. No, it didn't come with anything. I came with a pickle. Pickles were free. Like a
They
whole
were
pickle.
Lots of pickles,
Two
different
pickles per
pickles,
sandwich.
different pickling times. Maybe what they pickled it in. There was a pickle that was it was just a Lebanese cucumber, maybe been pickled for a week with some cloves, as opposed to the one that had been there for way too long. Very pickled.
But it was a whole cucumber. They were about
Yeah,
maybe 4 or 5 inches long.
a Lebanese
These aren't
cucumber.
cocktail pickles.
These are like
full-on.
legit. Yeah, but so we had that. I mean, that was pretty good. That was actually I really enjoyed it. That was really good. But it was really full. Like it was a $23 sandwich or something. But it was definitely
I was thinking,
big.
wow, that's an expensive sandwich, but there is like,
yeah.
There's a
I
full-
wouldn't
there's
eat that much pastrami corned beef for dinner.
There's a full pound of meat on each sandwich, so there's
Oh.
literally 500 grams of meat on each sandwich.
Oh,
Mm.
I believe that.
Yeah, it was very filling. But so we had that, which was pretty good. Then we walked to Times Square to the Hershey's World, where
It's a bit of a walk.
it was a bloody walk, wasn't it? We've walked 17 kilometres today,
Mm.
and that's how we can afford to eat all these kilos of meat and cheese every day.
Well, I'm not
Braids.
doing that.
Yeah, but you didn't eat the meat and cheese, so you're all right.
Yeah, that's true.
Although you are going to eat 2.5 kilos of bloody chocolate.
Yeah.
So Brady bought the world's biggest Hershey bar. It's 2.5 kilo block,
£5. It's a £5.
5-pounder.
It's fucking heavy.
It's pretty big.
You-
We did that.
It's a bit of a workout.
And then we got home and we went out for dinner to an Italian restaurant.
Which I will read the name of.
Bordeaux d'Italia.
That one.
There you go. Read in Ryan's voice as well. That's a very impressive ventriloquism, Braids. Nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
They had good food. The guy recommended what did he recommend?
Ravioli alla
Contadino.
Contadino.
yeah.
Spinach and ricotta.
Jeez, I'm getting good at this.
Served with sausage and mushroom.
Sauteed mushroom
in a cream sauce.
White wine
It
cream
was
sauce.
delicious.
I just wonder how hard it is for the listeners to listen to this. Whenever everyone just starts describing things at once.
We had red wine.
And we had, Schmegs had some red wine. Don't know if you can tell. Anything to say for yourself?
I need more love and attention.
Says that when she's sober, actually.
Yeah.
And then I had a margarita pizza, which was the safest nut-free meal. And the guy was saying something about the pasta might have been made with nuts or something. I don't know.
Guarantee. I think that the pasta didn't have traces of nuts in.
Yeah, it was something. But
I thought
there was a bit
they
of.
made the pasta though.
I think it was a bit of
I don't think they did that.
a bit of a
Well,
language.
the board said homemade pasta.
Pasta
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah, but it's
Well, the ravioli was stuffed.
but it's a pretty small restaurant, so it could be like homemade, as in like like they have another place where it's made.
At Nana's from the block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guys spoke Italian, and so there was a bit of pretty authentic. But the guy kept saying made with nuts or something, so I just backed out and
He
got a
tried
margarita.
to use some Australian slang, which sounded just
Was
like
it-
Italian.
Half
I
remembered.
got told to say "yeah, mate," whatever.
I thought he was trying to speak French to us.
And then I think what he was meant to be saying was "yeah,
Yeah,
mate."
mate.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
But we did that. It was pretty good. And then the guys went and got some cannolis. No, not cannolis. Cannoli.
Cannoli.
If anyone heard that insult from Megan as she walks out the room. Had
I
a
don't know how her phone screen isn't smashed. The only thing she does to her phone is drop it.
so cannoli and
I had a normal one, a chocolate dipped one, and was it a
Netherlands.
Neapolitan slice or?
Napoleon, yeah. It was like a layered vanilla slice, I'd say.
I think if you go to Australia, they call it a French vanilla slice. I think.
That's pretty good.
Megan's just got the tub of ice cream. Is eating it straight from the tub. Only brought one spoon though.
The only nut-free chocolate Dan can eat. Chocolate ice cream Dan can eat.
Anyway, we're back at the apartment. We've had our last meal of the last dinner
dinner.
of the trip together. Braids and I leave tomorrow. Megan's upset about it. Separately, so I'm leaving at 3 and he's leaving at 6, I think, or 6:45 or something.
Yep, different airports.
Different airports.
I picked the airport I chose because I thought Dan was going to go to that one too, and then he went
And
to.
you should have gone to that one.
Where's the other
It's
one?
the better
I didn't book any of my stuff.
Well, next time you go to New York, tell the people from Deakin, Newark's the place to go to.
Was it? No, good.
Well, the
I
people
was thinking
from,
I might have stuffed up and should have
people-
gone to LaGuardia.
people from Deakin are pretty bad at.
LaGuardia may be only 2 k's away, but it's quicker to get from Newark.
Alright. Well, I made the right decision. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's also a
I made
United
the wrong
Airlines
decision.
hub.
So there you go.
Also, I was unaware. Newark is in a different state.
It is, but it's still
in New
quicker to get
Jersey.
there.
Yeah, I know. You told me. The Hudson's a divider of states. Also, you can land an airplane.
Also, that's where the people get drowned.
Whoa.
Morbid.
You're talking about the helicopter that was the East River, not the Hudson.
No,
She's talking about the people that
I'm talking
Oh,
about
the
the
mafia.
Marshlands.
the people that
No, tell
back talked
Oh,
her. She killed her.
Jersey.
What?
She's talking about people that
You should have some of this tonight. It's pretty soft.
cross the mafia.
She's talking about the ice cream,
Yeah,
just to be clear.
Oh.
Hang on. So I mean that's it for tonight, but we might do a little bit of podcast.
Late night podcast when I go and wake up Dan and Brady.
Megan's gonna pass out with a
chocolate,
I don't know,
chocolate
it's
all over her
it's
face.
a large tub of ice cream.
It's only a litre.
And so that's where we'll leave it now, and maybe we'll do one tomorrow as our sign off. But this will probably be the last episode.
What a way to leave it.
Here we are, Friday morning, before we're all about to leave the country. Well, I am, and Brady is.
I'll probably stay here and hopefully get a job one of these days.
Ryan's going to stick it out a bit longer. We're going to finish the podcast. We got a voice message from Schmego, and that'll be our last.
Sad sign off.
It's a pretty sad sign off. Bittersweet.
Maybe we'll put some upbeat music at the very end.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, that'll be the sign off. But I mean, for now, this is our last recording for us.
Just had a few beers in the end last night and watched some TV. Nothing too crazy. Got up and watched the football this morning.
Yeah.
Meg was rather happy about the win.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known.
So I'm to get an Uber in about 15 minutes to JFK, and Braids is going to go to.
I'm going to get a bunch of trains on the way to Newark, so I'll be here tonight as well because I'll have missed my flight. For sure.
I was considering getting the train, but I've got too many bags. I can't be bothered, so I just get it.
It's going to be a big day of travelling.
It's going to be
25 and a half hours for me on the flights alone.
Yeah.
You guys are both going through LAX, yeah?
Yeah.
Worst airport ever.
That's what everyone's.
Well, I get to go through the Australia's worst airport, Sydney.
I'd much rather
You get a taxi on the runway off the runway for an hour.
I'm going from here to LAX. It's about 6 hours, but you gain 3 hours.
Yep.
And then from there straight to Melbourne. So I'll be flying.
Lose a whole day.
I'll lose a whole day, yeah. And I'll be I'll be landing in Australia at 6 a.m. on Sunday, and it's going to be a real struggle to stay up for that entire day. I'm going to try and do it so I can get myself on track.
I still have to drive first and travel.
Brady's going to do a 3-hour drive after he's done all this flying.
Well, that is rough.
So this is the last time you'll hear from him.
Yeah. Friday the 13th too. Just saying.
Yeah. But I mean, that's it. We've had a good trip. We started in New Orleans. We drove all the way up through a bunch of states, through the mountains, some camping, saw a lot of stuff.
Not a bear though.
Didn't see a bear, no.
Yes.
And then we go all the way up to New York.
Kicking goals.
So I mean, that's probably where we'll leave it, I suppose, unless you guys have got anything else.
No, good road trip. Would be nice to have a bit more time to do it all, but
Be nice if spring had realised that it's supposed to be here already. Although today when I walked Schmego to work, it's actually pretty mild outside.
Top of 17 today.
yeah, it's meant to be reasonable.
Perfect. So let's go.
Degrees Celsius.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here just before it gets warm. But yeah, I mean that's it. So thanks for the trip, guys.
Yeah, it's been good.
Thanks for having us. Ryan.
No problem.
Thank you to you, Schmego, if you're listening. I hope you don't get too mad when I put that recording on at the end. But yeah, I mean that's it. Signing off until the next season of Dan Brady Lewey Show, featuring who knows.
Who knows? That's the way the Reuben crumbles.
Oh no.
Hello, this is Megan for her own personal voice recording for the Dan Brady and Lewey Show, featuring Ryan, not Louie. Well, Dan and Brady are leaving me tomorrow, and it's not very nice that they just come and go. It's pretty sad, really. It's been okay having them here. They've been here for 10 days and, I've had to work as well. It's been hard. Wanting to spend time with friends too. They'll be gone tomorrow and I'll be sad. Goodbye.